Yeah, when I first heard about the World Project Management Forum, obviously I did not know whether it's going to be more of a truly world or global kind of an event, or is it more of focusing on the Indian project management community. However, I know Mr. Adarsh Jain. I've met him 20 years ago, and I know that he's, as a guru of project management, that this event would be a major event and would be a successful event. That was the limit of my expectation. That basically I decided to join based on the invitation and the reputation of Mr. Jain that gave me the comfort that if I would join this event, that I will be able to learn quite a bit and be able to share knowledge. And I was even more impressed as the time come because I started to see the line of speaker and the thought leader that were participating in this event. So it wasn't like a junior level event. And so my expectation was going to be, this will be a good event that I can definitely share a lot of knowledge. And even with my experience and years of experience, I can also learn. And I believe that expectation has been met. I have been quite impressed with the event. Almost every single presentation that is really great. And interesting enough, a lot of the presentation indirectly linked to each other. It's like we have talked to, the speaker have talked about their presentation before the event. The level of integration that indicate to me, or the level of the way we think as expert in project management, indicate that we are truly getting into a new era of project management. And our thought process needs to go toward how can we elevate project management beyond the hype, beyond the trend, beyond the noises that exist in the project management community globally today, beyond certification, beyond a lot of the popular hype. And we need to go from what popular but may not be good or may not be good enough toward to what is right. And that is the impression I'm getting from this event, was a lot of the speakers are truly futuristic in their thinking and focusing on how can we take project management from the plateau where we are right now into a much higher level of excellence in project management community, and where project management community can contribute to humanity across the globe. I think the biggest part of it to me is to learn, because a lot of the topics that were presented share some of what I will be presenting. So we have a lot of common knowledge or common sharing of vision. That was, to me, it was already there. So it wasn't new, but it was good to see it reinforced. Because sometimes when you're on your own, you don't know how good your thoughts are. And when you start to collaborate and you start to see the synergy among the different thoughts, then you know you are on the right track. So that's one part. The second part, though, is the heavier focus on the vision realization, the benefit realization, that project management is not about execution. Project management is about value creation, shareholder value. And I share some of those thoughts as well. One more piece of information that was of great value for me is the focus and the link of the role of project management to bring in a sustainable future. A lot of the discussion yesterday on the day one was focusing on sustainability, about humanity, about where can we go in, as globe, as communities around the world, from India to the US to South America to Brazil to the Middle East or anywhere else. And the sustainable and the issues that's happening around the globe doesn't impact one country, because a lot of it is just happening across the globe. And here it emphasized the role of project management and how can project management help in improving humanity. And this, I use sometimes the term shareholder value, but really in the end of the day, who are the shareholder? We as a human being, regardless where we live, regardless of what our role in life. So project management is essential to carry that vision forward and become a change agent. Yeah, from what I hear already, that the next year will be going to be better, and there will be probably various streams. What I would like to see is, in addition to the panel discussion, where we might have a maybe smaller group that could be in a separate, maybe an additional day. beside the breakaway during the conference. Obviously two major recommendations I have. One is the main theme. You will have your keynote and you have the common theme. And then you have the separate room for the various interests. For example, maybe a theme on capital project, a theme on technology project, a theme on government project. That is definitely is one of the recommendations, to have separate theme. So you'll have maybe a half a day common and then a day and a half which be spread out. That's one proposal. The second proposal I would like to see is potentially another half a day where it could be limited audience, where many of the speakers will be able to sit, not as a panel and present to the audience, as more of to sit and discuss critical issues, like a think tank of what can we do collaboratively to not only to improve the World Project Management Forum, to make it more from to go beyond being a networking event and a knowledge sharing event into an action-oriented. I'm not saying, I don't know if that will probably end up being to form a professional society or a professional association, but at least as expert in project management, how can we translate some of what we share here into actionable item through collaboration, through specific effort we can do for specific in a given country or on a global level. So create that think tank style communication. Now that could be in a small group, or it could be in a small group but with an audience. So it could be open to the audience. If that can, maybe if we cannot go beyond 2 days, allocate half a day for that. So half a day of general discussion, a day for the breakout session, and then maybe half a day for this focused discussion that with a group of experts. So maybe even 10 people sitting and having a discussion at links to be able to generate where can we go next. And it could be open to people to attend and get contribution from the audience as well. These are the two major recommendations I would love to see. First advice, I would say, don't be arrogant. Arrogant is a killer of innovation. What do I mean by that? Sometimes a lot of young people come up and maybe they get certification somewhere and all of a sudden they feel, I'm a certified individual. I know project management. Be humble. Because if you're not willing to be humble and open your eyes and ears and brain and heart and become a sponge, absorb the knowledge. So just because you achieve the certification or now you are called a project manager, that doesn't mean you know it all. You're still open to knowledge learning. I'm almost 58 years old. I've been working for more than 30 years in project management, and as I said earlier, I've learned quite a bit from my colleague here today because I'm open to learning. If I'm not open to learning, I know it all, then I will be distracted, I will be on my phone. No, the young project management is a huge domain. So first, be a sponge to learning. Learn, open your eyes. Don't let ego or arrogance get in your way, because I've seen that happen too many times. And then start to explore and go beyond. Certification may not be the answer. Certification might help. Learn as much as you can. But project management is an applied domain, which means the best way you can learn project management and to be a great project manager is by applying. Learn something and go apply it. Maybe you learn 10 things in a workshop or an event like this. You cannot implement all of them together. Take one idea, implement it, go with it, master it, then move on to the next idea, and then the next idea. Take your knowledge into applied. Apply it, share it, be willing to be open to others, and then hopefully in time you can also mentor and coach others.